Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from the book The Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Uh, Bharata replied, My dear Rahugana, no one can attain the perfected state of devotional service without being favored by a great soul or pure devotee. No one can attain such perfection stages simply by following the regulative principles of scriptures, nor by acceptance of the renounced order of life, nor by prosecuting the prescribed duties of householder life, nor by becoming a great student of a spiritual science, nor by accepting severe austerity and penances performed for realization. Similarly, in the same Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 5th chapter, in connection with the conversation of Prahlad Maharaja, his father Hiranyakashipu, the following statement appears. When the atheist father Hiranyakashipu inquired from his son where he got such an attitude of devotional service, the boy replied, So long as one is not favored by the dust of the feet of pure devotee, then he cannot even touch the path of devotional service, which is the solution of all varieties of problems of material life. Lord Chaitanya said to Sanatana Goswami that all the scriptures stress association with pure devotee of Godhead. The opportunity to associate with a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord is the beginning of one's complete perfection. This statement is also confirmed in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 18th chapter. It is said that it is said that they said there that the felicity and benediction achieved by the association of pure devotee cannot be compared with anything, neither elevation to the heavenly kingdom nor liberation from his material energy. Lord Krishna also, while giving instructions to Arjuna in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, confirmed this as the most confidential instruction in the 18th chapter, 6th verse. Lord said there, My dear Arjuna, you are my affectionate friend and relative, and therefore, for your benefit, I am giving you the most confidential knowledge. Just become always mindful of me, become always a devotee of mine, become a constant worshipper of me, and just become a soul surrender to me. It is the only way by which you can achieve my award. Because you are my very dear friend, my most confidential knowledge is disclosed here with to you. Such direct instruction of Krishna to Arjuna is more important than any Vedic injunctions or regulative service. There are certainly many Vedic injunctions such as ritualistic performances, sacrificial performances, regulative duties, meditation, and the speculative process of knowledge. But Krishna's direct order, you just give up everything and become my devotee, my worshipper, should be taken as the final order of the Lord, and one should follow that principle. If one is convinced by this direct order of the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita and becomes attached to his devotional service and gives up all other engagements, then he undoubtedly becomes unsuccessful. Hare Krishna. Then he undoubtedly becomes successful. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.20.9 also says to confirm this statement that one should be engaged in other paths of self-realization only so long as one is not convinced by the direct order of the Lord Sri Krishna. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, the direct order of the Lord is to give up everything and be engaged in devotional service. This firm conviction is known as faith. Faith means that one is firmly convinced that simply by devotional service to Lord Krishna, everything else is performed, including the regulative principles of ritualistic duties, sacrifices, performance of yoga, and speculative pursuit of knowledge. Everything else is performed. If one is convinced that devotional service to the Lord includes everything, is also found in Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 31st chapter. And he said there, as we're watering the root of the tree, the branches, the twigs, the leaves, and then fruits become nourished, and as in supplying foodstuffs to the stomach, all the senses become satisfied. Similarly, simply by devotional service to Krishna, all our worship and all other processes are completed. Such a faithful and firmly convinced person is eligible to be elevated as a pure devotee. Now, amongst devotees, there are three classes according to the degree of conviction. The first class devotee is the one who is conversant with all kinds of Vedic literature and at the same time has firm conviction mentioned above. He is a first class duty, and he can deliver all others from pangs of material miseries. The second class devotee is firmly convinced and of strong faith, but has no power to cite evidence from revealed scriptures. The third class devotee is the one whose faith is not very strong, but is able to be promoted to the position of second class devotee or first class devotee by the gradual cultivation of devotional service. It is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, second chapter, that the first class devotee always sees the Supreme Lord as the soul of all living entities. Therefore, in seeing all living entities, he sees Krishna and nothing but Krishna. A devotee who places his full faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who makes friendship with the pure devotees, who shows favor to the innocent person, and who avoids those who are atheistic or are against devotional service. Such a devotee is called second class pure devotee. And the person who is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord according to the direction of the spiritual master or by family tradition and worship the deity of the Lord, but has not much cultivation of knowledge in devotional service and does not know who is devotee, who is non-devotee. Such a person is called third class pure devotee. The last mentioned are not actually pure devotees. They are almost in devotion line, but their position is not very secure. The purport is that when a person shows his love for God and his friendship for the devotees and his mercy for the innocent and his reluctance to the non-devotees, he becomes in the category of pure devotee. Such a person, by developing devotee service, can perceive that every living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme. In each and every living entity, he can see the Supreme Person, and therefore he becomes highly developed in Krishna consciousness. At this stage, he does not make any distinction as to who is a devotee and who is a non-devotee. He sees everyone in the service of the Lord. A pure devotee, however, continues to develop all great qualities in his body while engaged in Krishna consciousness and devotional service. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, chapter 18, that anyone who attains pure and unalloyed devotional service to the Supreme Lord develops all the good qualities of demigods. Whereas a person who hasn't developed pure devout service to the Lord, instead of his being materially qualified, is sure to go astray as he hovers on the mental plane. Therefore, his material qualifications is valueless.
Hare Krishna.
Chapter 12. Hare Krishna Prabhu. While going through these two pages, a couple things that stuck to my mind. One in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9 and sloka 3, they talk about the three levels of devotion, the first class devotee, second class devotee, and third class devotee. We also seen in Chaitanya Charitamrita about the same, about the Uttamadhikari, Madhyamadhikari, and Kanishadhikari. It is also said that a person should always be in Krishna consciousness and chant the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which is what even our His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada also informs us. It's also given in again chapter 8 that one who is always indulged in the devotion of Lord definitely will attain the Lord. And in this material world, the only solution is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which we all need to chant and